Alright, what is good, YouTube? This is going to be a new series documenting my journey of turning from an unprofitable trader into a profitable one. I put some money in a live account. I'm fairly confident in my trading ability, and I just want to document the journey. So let's get straight into it. So first thing I do, I find my bias. So I usually do that on the weekly. And what can I see? We ended up sweeping this low right here, and I can hope to target, or I could look to target this high right here. That draw is very, very valid. We do have these daily gaps resting below, but I don't think they'll be getting hit right now. We are about maybe 200 points away from this draw, so that draw on liquidity seems a lot more likely. So on the 4 hour, I can already see that price is manipulating both sides of this previous 4 hour candle. Let me mark out my session real quick. Alright, so we ended up disrespecting this 4 hour gap, and price ended up sweeping this liquidity. So if I'm being honest, this is a pretty good draw as well. This is more of a session draw. This is more of a long-term draw. We probably will hit this a little later in the day, but session-wise, this seems like a very valid draw. We also have this 4 hour gap resting below right here. So I have my draws on liquidity. I have my bias short-term bearish on the 1 hour. We have disrespected this 1 hour gap, which is good to see actually. And we also have these relatively equal lows. So all I could do is just wait for my setup to form, be patient, and execute. I do have a Notion template that I follow. So if y'all want the link to those, just let me know in the comments. I'll put them in the description probably. I also have a trading Discord where I put all the trades that I'm looking at. Here's the account update, right? Right now we're negative on the week. So so far the week just started. It's only Tuesday, so hopefully we can turn that around today. I do have these gaps, these 15-minute gaps that price might want to draw to before coming down and taking this low. Alright, so to the right I have noted every reason why I have to look for a trade today. I usually make sure it's at least 5. That makes it higher probability to look for a trade or catch a trade. So my bias is short-term bearish, and why? Because we have this higher time frame H4 bullish gap right here resting below. We also have swept this liquidity on the H4 time frame, so I can also mark that out. And we have these equal lows, like I've stated, below that price has yet to take out. On the 1 hour, price had disrespected this bullish gap right here, and we also ended up taking some more 4 hour liquidity. It's looking pretty good for shorts. Alright, price took out this low. Now, if you were wondering, I don't trade off of lows. I trade an internal to external model, never an external to internal. So we're just going to have to wait for price to hit a fair value gap. But like I said, we're just going to be patient, and we're going to wait for our setup to present itself. There's going to be a potential 5-minute fair value gap that price ends up creating if it doesn't flip, or it might just take these lows. But there's going to probably be a 5-minute fair value gap. I don't know if I want to take a trade from this 5-minute gap, just because these higher time frame 15-minute gaps are here, right? And the higher time frame acts as a magnet. So I'd rather take a trade from these 15-minute gaps rather than this 5-minute gap right here. But it looks like price is taking our lows, which is completely fine, you know. We still have a 4-hour gap resting below. This 5-minute gap does seem like it is holding. If these gaps stay open and price ends up creating another 5-minute gap, then that'll tell me that these gaps are breakaway gaps and price is heading lower towards this 4-hour gap. But unless that happens, I'm only looking to really take a short from these 15-minute gaps. Alright, and it looks like we're getting a lot closer to tapping into these 15-minute gaps. Tap into these 15-minute gaps. Alright, I ended up getting stock break even on the 1-minute. Here was the trade, targeting back down to these lows. Alright, TP was hit. I was able to get in for about a 1 or 2 is where I got in. We had a change in the state of delivery. I do anticipate price to drop lower, probably heading for this gap, but I got my piece of the pie. And that being said, I am now done for the day. I'm going to walk away and get off the charts. I really hope that y'all enjoyed this video. I'm going to be dropping videos like this one right here daily. I'm trying to stay consistent with this, showing up every day. I will be trading NASDAQ until something else piques my interest. If you will watch to the end, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next live trade execution.